So, good morning everyone. I'm Gian, Hermogeno, and I will discuss the continuation of report of Miss Hebron, and the contents of my topic are the natural selection and ethics, the modern theories of evolution, and the creative morality. Okay, let me discuss first the natural selection and ethics. So when we say natural selection and ethics, under the concept theory of Charles Darwin is halimbawa yung isang animals is kung paano siya nakasurvive sa isang environment despite sa patuloy na pagbabago ng mundo, which is through adaptation, change, and survival of the fittest, and they make themselves fit for that environment for them to survive. So, is there natural selection in the survival of the fittest in the sphere of morality as there is in the sphere of biological selection? If we were dealing with the positive science of ethics, we could certainly make some generalization, very like those that are made by the biologists. So yun nga, magkakaiba man yung bawat isa sa pag-uugali kagaya ng tinatawag na chance variation ng mga biologists. So when we say chance variation, it is any change in hereditary traits due to unknown factors. And we believe na yung certain varieties of conduct is maglilid sa bawat isa na ma-practice in order for us to survive. So, while yung iba naman na pinapractice yung ibang conduct is may tendency na magkaroon ng struggle or pwede nilang ikapahamak. So, pwede rin magkaroon ng problema for existence in a world of men as in the world of animals. Mahirap mabuhay sa mundo ng mga tao kagaya lang din ng mga hayop. So, for example, using intelligence in the construction of airplanes, atomic bombs, and cooperation, pagtutulong-tulong sila para maproteksyonan yung kanilang lugar para makasurvive, wherein nagkaroon ng greatest value for survival in modern warfare. So here, we found out na yung iba't ibang pagkilos sa pag-uugali is tama or akma doon sa isang lugar or environment in order for them to survive. We also found out the virtue of courage which was emphasized in a time of war, kung saan tinik na natin yung risk kahit delikado, pero dahil para sa mga tao, gagawin mo para lang maproteksyonan sila and for their safety. So dito malalaman natin yung pagkakaiba between these two, yung natural selection and yung sa ethics. So, the survival of the fittest among moral ideas, however, has certain definite differences from the survival of the fittest among races or species. So, sa natural selection, they survive or the survival is through propagation of one's species and destruction of rival ones, while in moral ideas survive because of education and persuasion. Another one is a natural selection. They adopt and change to be suitable for the environment and survive, habang sa ethics, varieties of conduct suited to certain environments. Therefore, in natural selection, kailangan pa nilang mag-adapt and magbago para maging suitable doon sa isang environment for them to survive. While in ethics, on the other hand, is yung iba't ibang pag-uugali is fitted na sa isang environment. Gagamitin lang nila ng tama para makasurvive. Unlike doon sa fittest among races or species, kailangan pa nilang mag-adapt or magbago for them to survive. So let's proceed to the modern theories of evolution. This is the explanation by mechanical causes which begin to work before the process takes place, or yung tinatawag ni Mackenzie na explanation by beginning. The ordinary man, however, is even more likely to explain the working of the watch by showing how it tells him the time. So, itong explanation na ito is by purpose or end of the process. What followers of Aristotle called the final cause. Pero ang tawag dito ni Mackenzie is explanation by end. So, in the theory of emergent evolution by Lloyd Morgan, it is well-known modern evolutionary theory stated that theory of evolution does not always proceed by strictly predictable stage. So, para mas maintindihan natin about sa theory na to, isa sa basic example ay we as human kung paano mag-predict sa kung ano man ang mangyayari sa future. Like for example, the weather condition. So malalaman natin kung uulan ba o hindi kasi madagim or madilim yung langit. And we have a prediction na uulan kasi nga madilim. And mahalaga ito na para sa atin as human na makontrol yung future by planning, sa paghahanda, and shaping events in desired ways. But the question is, do we really have the capability to control our lives? So, madalas mas iniisip talaga natin yung future kaysa sa past. Kasi yung past tapos na. The reality is hindi natin kayang mag-predict or baguhin ang kahit na ano sa buhay natin for the reason na ang Diyos lang ang may control nito. That God has in control of everything na mangyayari sa araw-araw nating buhay and even in the near future. Therefore, hindi sa lahat ng oras o bagay papaniwalaan mo yung prediction mo. And as Lloyd Morgan held that evolution does not always proceed by strictly predictable steps. So stated in the creative evolution na freedom is the very essence of our life and consciousness. Evolution is neither mechanical nor theological but creative. Creativeness is the very nature of evolutionary process. Sa madaling salita, napaka-importante ng freedom sa buhay natin and yung creativeness as well. Wherein dapat maiba naman, dapat may bago, dapat maging creative tayo. And the last but not the least is the creative morality. By Louise Arrott Reed, that creative morality is an act of goodness is as creative as a work of an art. That it is an imaginative individual insight, open morality, and love is the moving force of morality. So, according to Professor Reed, hindi natin obligasyong sumunod sa mga patakaran o panuntunan, kundi depende sa atin as individual kung paano tayo gagawa ng mabuti or unique action sa isang situation wherein nakita natin yung right act. Kapag sinabi nating agape, it is the highest form of love, charity, and unconditional love. Yung pagmamahal natin sa Diyos, yung pagmamahal niya sa atin, yung pagsisimba natin, pagdadasal, pagrosaryo, or pwede rin naman sa atin as human, kagaya ng mga frontliners, we as a future teachers, yung teachers, the nurses, kung paano nila tulungan yung ibang tao, yung mga pulis, sundalo, kung paano nila ialay yung sarili nila para sa ibang tao. Okay, another example is kung paano ko harapin yung mga problema at pagsubok. Yung sakripisyong ginagawa natin as a students without any complaining at yung paghihintay patiently. Na makatapos ng pag-aaral hanggang sa maging successful para matulungan na natin yung mga magulang natin. And this type of love is selfless and it's for the preservation of relationships and the development of another person. So, merong 3 levels yung ethics. And the first one is yung ethics of law. The second one is ethics of redemption or grace. And the last is the ethics of creativeness. So, pino-point out dito na tanggapin natin sa hindi yung standard as law para sa maayos at magandang pamumuno. Accept the fact na sunod-sunuran lang tayo sa mga batas at mga patakaran. Therefore, Bourdieu conclude na yung development of morality is in the direction of freedom, compassion, and creativeness.